Hey, Bunker Labs, welcome to the All In interview campaign, where we are all in for you to provide you with other entrepreneur spotlights so that you can get advice and help and resources as we go through our external pandemic right now. And today I am joined by Rich Camacho, who is in Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome, Rich.
Hey, how are you, Elizabeth? Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for being here and for sharing with our community. So tell us, we see your shirt, but tell us about your company and about yourself a little bit and your military experience.
Yeah, so I'm a former Army aviation officer, flew Blackhawks for several years, got out, was working for one of those recruiting companies that's assisting transitioning vets, finding corporate opportunities. And last year, myself and a couple other founders, we started an organization where we're trying to connect blue collar skilled trade laborers with companies that are desperate for their needs. Obviously the recruiting world, the world has completely changed during the last couple of weeks, but the blue collar work is something that is going to have to continue. Buildings don't just build themselves. Yeah, we might be able to do some software and some other kind of jobs from home, but the kind of skill sets and backgrounds that our candidates have, those kind of jobs just have to just keep going. And that's what we're trying to do, just connect those individuals with companies and, just really excited to keep chugging along.
That's awesome. And specifically because it is, kind of a niche market, but talking about expanding that a little bit, especially in the times now. Can you talk a little bit about what's going on right now in the world and with the pandemic and how that's directly affecting your business and where you're maybe seeing opportunities and where you're seeing also things kind of fall off a little bit?
Yeah, so, before this all happened, in the United States, we were looking at 3.5% unemployment as a whole. There were more than 1 million open jobs than there were available people in our country to fill those jobs. So in reality, we had negative unemployment. If anyone that wanted a job could go out there and get a job, you maybe even get 2 jobs if you wanted to. But obviously, there's a lot of industries out there that are taking a huge hit. People talk about the restaurants, but we also have to think about even like the nail salons, the hair parlors, massage parlors, all those kind of organizations where it's a very hands-on type service approach. So we really got to, I just feel terrible for those organizations, and hopefully we can all come together wherever your community might be at and help those organizations. But in our particular area, for really about the last 30 years or so, our culture as a whole has been told, hey, the only way that you're going to succeed in life is to go out there, go get that 4-year college degree, and you need to get yourself a bachelor's degree, and doesn't matter what and then kids end up leaving college with a advanced degree in ancient British literature, $80,000 in debt, and not really helping them out much. So what we're really trying to do is show individuals that, hey, the trades are an incredible way to make a great living, not just intrinsically, but also economically. And also, you could leave the community colleges with full certification with virtually no debt. And so that's one of our big things right now is, hey, go out there, find an alternative form of education. And, it sounds terrible, but with all these people that are now, find themselves unemployed from, some of those more traditional type assets, we've actually seen a huge explosion on our website with candidates across the country that are trying to register just to put themselves out there and put their information out there. So hopefully employers will find them, hire them, because again, there's some roles you can do from home. You can't do most blue collar jobs like I am right now. I set up a little desk that's my front door. So wherever there's space, right?
That's right. Well, no, and that's a great point, of how this is affecting different industries, different companies, things like that. So in your opinion, Rich, what should entrepreneurs keep doing right now?
I think the biggest part right now is just don't give up. If you turn on the TV right now, you're going to see, 100 different news stories about how awful everything is right now. Guess what? We as a country, maybe not ourselves. I can remember, I graduated college in 2008. So we remember that the Great Recession, but every single generation has their struggle. And I saw a great meme on Facebook that said, your grandparents were told to go off and fight the Nazis. You're being told to sit on your couch. You can do this. Like, you know what? This is a huge problem. It's going to have incredibly enormous detrimental effects, but we're going to get through this. We're going to get better. I think we're already seeing amazing innovation that's coming out of this. I mean, we're the United States. We make awesome things, and we have great people that are incredibly brilliant. So just don't give up. Keep chugging along in your business. Yeah, it's going to be hard. We had some term sheets that were out, and we were talking to investors, and all that's going to definitely slow down now. But hey, that doesn't mean you just stop and give up, and just don't quit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most basic.
And it sounds simple, but it's good advice, and people need a reminder of that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So what should our entrepreneurs stop doing then?
Wow. I would definitely, it sounds awful, but right now is not the time to say, hey, what would be really cool? Let's go buy a bunch of koozies and start handing them out at organizations. I've seen so many, especially on like the smaller startups, that waste money on what they call marketing, which is really just throwing money away. Cash is king right now. Go ahead, hold on to those assets, spend it strategically where you definitely need it. But right now is not the time to be adding a feature to your website that isn't bringing in revenue. It's kind of going down to that lean startup MVP idea is do what you need to do, spend the money you need to spend in order to continue moving forward. Do not waste it. You should never waste money, but right now you definitely should not be wasting money and watch every single penny.
That's great advice. And a lot of entrepreneurs have been echoing that too, Rich. The cash is king right now.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, kind of opportunities, right, in your business and other businesses, what can entrepreneurs start doing during a time like this?
We went ahead and did, obviously in our organization, we have two sides to our business. We have a B2C component where we're going out there finding candidates, finding job seekers that want to get jobs. And then our actual paying clients are companies that are looking to hire them. So we're good at building marketplaces. So we actually decided to do, we launched this just over a week ago with another CEO here in town. We're calling it hashtag Raleigh Beats Coronavirus. And actually today we're expanding throughout the entire state of North Carolina because the demand's been so high. But what we're doing is we are matching volunteers that are signing up to deliver groceries, walk dogs, pick up drugs at the pharmacy, and delivering those to the elderly and folks that are immunocompromised, people that really should not be leaving their houses right now. Mm-hmm. So we're going ahead and doing that. We just added a nice little button to the top right corner of our website. And it's, that's not creating us revenue or anything, but it's the right thing to do. We're all in this together. It's our community. And, whatever your particular niche is, ours is software and creating marketplaces. So guess what? We're just creating a new marketplace to help out. It started off with Raleigh, and now it's going to be all of North Carolina.
That's awesome. And we will drop a link below in the comments so you can check it out. And also, Rich, what are some resources that you're pulling on or that you're keeping top of mind, just on track of right now?
I think right now, it's so terrible. Just before we got on this call, I actually got a phone call from what was an obvious scam artist trying to get me to give them their information on my company so I could be signed up for an SBA loan. Guess what? The SBA is not going to call your cell phone. It sounds so silly. Do not ever give information over your cell phone to someone saying, hey, we're here for a loan. And also, there's a lot of misinformation right now about the CARE Act, about the SBA loans. There is an incredible opportunity in the CARE Act to go ahead and get some much needed relief if your particular company qualifies. But just make sure that you're really doing your due diligence, making sure that you're going to the appropriate websites. What we went ahead and did was just speak to the banker that we already have, that we use on a regular basis, just to make sure that, hey, you know what, there's a lot of people out there that are trying to help the situation. There's also a lot of scumbags out there that are trying to, hurt their neighbors. And that's just awful, but it's reality. So just be careful wherever it is you're putting your financials out there.
That's great advice. And we'll also be, dropping more of those SBA, the correct websites to go to below as well. So Rich, last word to you as we end this up. How can this community support, get the word out, and help your company right now?
Honestly, right now, the biggest thing, if you're in North Carolina, please sign up as a volunteer. If you know someone who's elderly, someone who's sick, please put their information on there so that they can get the assistance that they need. And if you're looking for a job, if hard times come upon you, you can also jump onto our website and register your information so you're in the database and we can help you hopefully, start over and get that career rolling.
That's great. Rich, thank you so much for your time and for sharing about Blue Recruit, as well as the resources. And again, Rich's website is right below, so make sure you click. And if you need employment, to sign up on his website. And if you're looking for other resources, we will drop the correct SBA assistance link. Thanks so much.
And for my old brothers in Army lacrosse, sorry your season ended, but beat Navy.